Hey Narupa, what are you so engrossed into? There's more to life than your Facebook and Quora.
You know what, Abhijat?
What?
This world is going to come to an end.
Are you finally giving your dance performance on stage?
Ha ha. No, but the government is. You know Uniform Civil Code? UCC?
Yeah.
Once it is implemented, the kind of religious outbreak that will take place, do you have any idea? Now the minorities will feel that they are not living in a free country anymore, and now the government can force anything upon us. I tell you, Abhijat, that day it is implemented, it will be a doomsday.
Did you eat red chilies last night? That you're dropping pressure bombs on me now?
No.
What do you actually mean by Uniform Civil Code?
See, basically Uniform Civil Code, as the name suggests, is about having the same set of civil laws for each and every citizen of India, irrespective of their caste, creed, culture, religion. It does away with all the religious personal laws and implements the same set of rules and regulations for every citizen of India. That's UCC for you.
So you're saying it talks about equality at the cost of personal laws.
Yeah.
Then there will definitely be a religious outburst. And seeing the diversified population of India, 1.3 billion, I mean, changing something which the people are habituated for centuries is not going to be an easy fight. But why does the government want to implement it in the first place?
Why? To strengthen our secularism.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, what is a secular state? It is a state which is not impacted by any sort of religious perspective, and it is always neutral and unbiased in its decision making. Don't you think India will be better off by such kind of a setup? I mean, just like having the same kind of punishment for a criminal irrespective of whether he's a Hindu, Muslim or a Sikh. Similarly, having the same divorce procedure for all the religions alike will promote better equality and neutrality in our country.
See, Anurupa, I know that certain things will definitely improve. Even Muslim women want triple talaq and polygamy to be done away with. And the inheritance laws will be same for all. And even today, when the Muslim personal law doesn't allow a legal adoption of a child, I think it will be incentivized to do so.
Yeah, I agree.
But you know what, Anurupa? Things weren't as bad as they have been made now.
Okay, so what was good that is bad now?
Triple talaq and polygamy were actually for the good of all.
Triple talaq and polygamy.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No. Let me tell you a story.
Okay.
In 625 AD, a battle was fought between Muslim and Quraysh, which is called the Battle of Uhud. And in that battle, a huge number of Muslim men were killed, leaving behind their widows and orphans. You know, during that time, certain ground rules were made for those Muslims, and it was said that you need to show compassion towards those orphans and you may adopt them. And if you cannot do it all alone, then you can even marry their mother. And if you can support more than one woman, then you were allowed to marry more than one woman. You see, it was about compassion towards women and children that time, not about men or their sexuality.
That's something interesting to hear. I mean, come to think of it, Abhijat, how much the Hindus had to suffer before Hindu law code was put in place. Sati, it was a part of our tradition.
That's right.
Girls as young as 10-year-old were thrown into the fire pits after their husbands died. And at least the Muslim women they were allowed to remarry given the circumstances. And we were talking about polygamy. Polygamy was also very much a part of Hinduism. A man, a 40-year-old man, could have as many as 12 to 15 wives within the age of 12 to 15. Because at that time the marriageable age for girls was 12.
That's right.
So, you see, Hindus didn't have the liberty to remarry even after Sati was abolished. But the other religions have certain, liberal outlook towards it. So, it's good that Hindu law code came into place for us.
You know, few things have improved, but certain practices are being misused now. Like polygamy and triple talaq are no more a thing of sympathy or compassion.
Yeah.
Now it's all about lust and money.
Yeah, I agree, Abhijat. But reforms have been made through the past few years. I mean, come to think of it, Nehru during 1950s, he wanted to implement UCC throughout the length and breadth of the country. But since during 1947, India-Pakistan partition had taken place.
Yes.
So Nehru didn't want to disturb the Muslim community and incite fresh set of communal riots. And as a result, UCC was implemented as Hindu law code pertaining only to the Hindus. I guess now the Buddhists and Jains are also within the ambit of Hindu law code. But see, that's the backstory.
And politics have its own role to play. Have you read about that Shahbano case 1985?
Uh-huh.
In that, Supreme Court ordered her the right to alimony, which is not given to Muslim women. But for the fear of losing on Muslim vote, the Rajiv Gandhi's government passed something called the Muslim Women Act 1986.
Yeah.
Now that allowed maintenance to a divorced Muslim woman only during the period of iddat. Do you know what is iddat?
No, not exactly.
It is a period of 3 menstrual cycles, which is approximately 90 days. Now after 90 days are over, it is of no concern to her husband if she is dead or alive. Now this is according to the provisions of Islamic law, but at the same time is in stark contrast to section 125 of the Criminal Procedure Code, which says that the husband needs to provide maintenance to her wife if she is unable to maintain herself.
You know what, Abhijat? These politicians are never going to muster up enough courage to bring about any sort of reforms. I mean, people are of the opinion that communal riots will take place, religious outbreaks will happen. Even I was of that opinion. But Goa has uniform civil code. And tell me one instance, Abhijat, when there was a riot in Goa because of implementing the same set of rules and regulations on all the Goanese.
Never.
Exactly. And there is this popular misconception, should I say, that UCC is pro one religion and anti other. But you know, it is not against any particular community. They are afraid because of the consequences that might come up after UCC. What do you think?
That's right. Minorities living anywhere in this world always feel a little insecurity. You know, it is up to the government to make them not feel so. And there is a myth that UCC is only for one religion and against all the others. When Hindu law code was about to be implemented, even Hindus were apprehensive about it. But aren't we leading a sensible life now?
Absolutely.
People are worried about the violation of Article 25, which says that you are free to follow your own religion. But aren't we still free to do so? What about Article 14, which says equality for all, equality for men, women and children alike? And what about Article 44, which states that it is the duty of every Indian state to implement UCC in their state? Anu, I'm just saying that only if people drop this idea from their head that minority will suffer at the hands of majority, if some of their not so good personal laws were abolished, then that would be true justice to the idea of equality.
You're right. Well, Abhi, I really hope that better sense prevails among the people and UCC is implemented. Come to think of it, the pros of UCC far outweighs the cons of it.
That's right.
I really hope that the anti-UCC people implement UCC thinking that it is a necessary evil for our country, if not some good or bad measure.
I hope government will take a better decision at least this time.
Yeah, I guess the world is not going to end well.
Sure.
Hi guys, I'm Anurupa Ghosh.
And I'm Abhijat Pandey.
So, this video was our take on UCC. I know there are certain apprehensions and questions regarding UCC among the Indian citizens and netizens alike.
So I hope our videos cleared some of your doubts about UCC as to what is it and how it can be the next possible and logical step for the government to implement. So please feel free to post your opinions on it so that we also get to know that what you feel about UCC.
And don't forget to hit the like button if you are in sync with our opinion. And also do mention the points on which you disagreed with us. So, thank you guys.
Take care.
Bye-bye.